All right, to all F13 community members out there, we need to talk about something. If you don't know who we are, my name is Riley, and that is Nick. We run the Slashcast YouTube channel, a channel that has been, pretty devoted to the game. And lately, after the end of content, the announcement of content, things have been pretty fucking messy. The community's been upset, naturally. You can't blame them, but a lot of it's just been toxicity. And now more and more things just keep happening that are fake or else what. I mean, there's just a lot of dumb shit going on. And we were going to make this video tomorrow because there's more than just what we're going to start here. We'll try to sneak in as much as we can, but we're not going to make this a fucking 2-hour video. There's something going around right now that needs to be addressed, and it's the fact that this whole Uber Jason video, this Grendel video, was posted to the Friday the 13th the Game France Facebook, okay, which is not official, but we'll come back to that. This video it was 23 minutes of just walking around what was going to be Grendel, right? The thing is, this video is old as shit, okay? It was originally posted on YouTube. It was a 23-minute... It's the same exact video. Yeah. There's no differences. It was posted onto YouTube, okay? You sent that to me on June 13th. I have the proof of that. I'll show whatever screenshot I possibly can. You sent that to me on June 13th of this leak of Grendel. In the description of that video, which you can't see anymore because it was taken down for copyright by Gun Media, in the description it said, I recorded this months ago. I'm just now sharing it due to the news at the end of content. Yep. So probably that footage was probably from January, February, okay, as when you can expect. So it's an old leak. It was a leak that's been around for a while. And there's people claiming that this was officially released by Gun. Right. That is absolutely not the fucking case. Not even a little. All right, Gun did not do that. So... You know, people saying it's footage that Gun is showing because of the end of content. That is not the case. Also, this France page went on to make a statement that's claiming that Wes made this statement, which I don't even know what the exact statement is. It's nothing. Can you do the Screen Rant? Of course, Screen Rant covered this too.
Yes. So, Gum Media, first of all, Gum Media.
Had a typo.
Founder Wes Keltner revealed in a deleted post. I wonder why. That the Jason X map was due to release this month and would have been the biggest update to Friday the 13th the game. If the map had released, it also would have seen Uber Jason's skin become playable throughout as well.
Yeah, also it says in there that this would be the last map they were going to make and shit like that, which I don't necessarily think that's true at all either.
Right. Then they said Uber Jason was leaked early through the game's virtual cabin until developers managed to put a stop to the hackers.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a completely bullshit statement, completely made up. Wes came to Twitter to confirm that as well and said, I've never even heard of these people. And also comicbook.com, which also covered this news that was just completely fake news. Fake news, bruh. Fake news. They said from there that Gun Media president Wes Keltner reached out to us and said that the interview with Friday the Game France Facebook page never happened, saying that the Facebook page video is actually leaked footage hackers took from the game's code. Keltner provided the following statement, quote, until today, I have never heard of this French Friday the Game Facebook page, so you can understand my confusion when they claim that I was interviewed by them. They are not affiliated with us at all, and I've never spoken to them. So all of this shit going around is complete nonsense, all right? And it's a real shame. I don't understand how you could even believe that this France page was real. They have a garbage fucking profile pic. They've been known for sharing fake shit in the past, including this image, which I want to talk about as well, because this has been sent to us like 100 fucking times. Okay. It's probably blurry on your end because it's a very long shot, but it shows every single Jason lined up, including 4 Jasons we've never even seen or heard about. That being pre-Uber Jason, and then Versus, and both versions of the remake, mass version, or the SAC version, and the Hockey Mats version. Look at this for 2 seconds, and you know it's fake.
Yep.
2 goddamn seconds, you know it's fake. First of all, the pre-Uber one, which actually is pretty well made. Good for them.
Good for them.
The thing is, though, the pants on them, look at J9's pants and look at pre-Uber's.
Exactly
They're
the same.
exactly the
same.
same.
Holes, same color, everything.
Yeah, and then the shirt underneath on pre-Uber is J9. It's literally J9's model, but they put a jacket on him.
Right.
It's the exact same thing. Also, for the last 3 models, they are exactly the same. They're just recolored. It's a Mortal Kombat model, by the way. I don't know how you could miss that, but it's the Mortal Kombat model and just edited a little bit in Photoshop. They're all fake. It's a completely bullshit page, and the reason this sucks so bad is because everyone is attacking each other now because of it.
Yep.
It's like either Guns being attacked, or like, you had all these models and you can't give them to us, or you have the stuff with like Grendel where, because like I said, it's old. It's 4 or 5 months old, that footage, that leaked footage, and saying like, wow, or if Alphonic's getting attacked for it, it's like,
Yeah.
wow, this looks like really, really shitty. You can walk through walls and you can't walk up the stairs. It's not done. Of course,
Right.
Gunn didn't post it because it's not done.
Yes, and the problem that comes with it is all these websites are claiming to be official,
Yeah,
and that's where the problem lies.
yeah. It was like it was one thing when it was on the Friday the 13th that France Facebook page.
Right.
They've been known for fake shit in the past, okay? But when Screen Rant, who I love, I respect the hell out of Screen Rant, and they post that, and then comicbook.com posts it, it's like, Jesus, it can't be that hard to figure out that it's fake.
Right. At least comicbook.com, put an update with the statement from Wes.
Yeah, at the time of recording this,
Right. At the time of
recording this, Screen Rant has none.
Right, and I believe the article is up for 20 something hours.
Oh, I didn't even know it was that long.
Yeah,
Well,
it was posted last night or late afternoon.
I don't know, man. It's just a shame to see a game that's in a horrible, horrible fucking state right now. The community is super upset, and that it just keeps getting worse because of stupid shit like this.
No.
I get, but like, this is just, reach out to anybody. Like, you think Wes is going to give some France page that we never even heard of? They would share it on that Facebook page, but they wouldn't share it on their official Facebook page. Why would France alone get some sort of random exclusive?
No.
I don't know, man. I don't know if it's just me thinking that way or it really is just that obvious. I don't know. Stuff like that annoys me. Mistakes happen. Okay, I get it. It's just, God, we're in such a bad place right now.
Yeah.
We really need to make it worse.
Exactly. That's you hit it on the head. Like, we're us as, the game and as the community is just, it's going downhill, and then shit like this happens and it's just you plummet.
Yeah, and then you, like, not only are these news places and like everybody in these, even in the content creator world of F13, losing accountability because you don't know what to believe anymore.
Right.
That goes for us. That goes for every other F13 YouTuber.
Right.
Okay, you lose accountability. And then, but also, Gunn and Ophonic are even losing more accountability, even though people already distrust them in every way possible. It's like, Jesus. I wish we could just get to a state, like, where this game could be happy, where the community could be happy. But it's just never going to happen anymore. There's just too many leaks and unnecessary things.
Like, and here's the thing, like, Friday 13th the game, as of recording this, like, during the recording, has tweeted, we do not have a French Facebook page. If you see interviews or news from a French account claiming to us, it's not. I don't see one positive comment. Everything is no one cares. Your game is dead. Like, well, first of all, you care that much to reply pretty quickly to the tweet.
Yeah.
But, like,
yeah, those people have notifications on just to be assholes.
there is not a single positive comment on this. Like, that is really sad, as as longtime fans and covering this game for a long time, to not see a single positive comment on clearing the air, making themselves look better. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, that shit just hurts a little, man.
If this was hide or die, would it be the same result? No.
Yeah, the game it's been so plummeted and shit on, and some of it worthy of being shit on.
Right.
Like the most recent update is poop. It's pretty bad. But like, it's so far in a hole that it doesn't matter what they say, what they post, what they do. We could get the content still.
Yeah, we could get all this content.
Yeah, and they would still, like, everyone's just gonna hate them.
Yeah,
it sucks, man. It sucks. A game that, like, so many people treasured 2 months ago is just completely buried now. Man, hurts us a little. So sorry about that, like, rant. That was a real rant. I haven't had to get something off my chest that bad in a while. So that felt good a little bit. There is some more we want to say, and I'm going to make this quick because it seems unnecessary to go into a long discussion about this stuff. For one, I want to talk about, we talked about this in Little Mad Podcast, which you should go follow on Twitch, thank you. We talked about the Vincent DeSanti statement, okay? Which Vincent DeSanti, the director of the fan film Never Hike Alone, a good fan, look in the description if you want to go check out Never Hike Alone. He made a statement on, it was during an interview, and then it got pushed onto Reddit, and it became a big deal on Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
Where he said that when I met with Gunn a few months ago, they told me that they were worried about the deadline. So Gunn knew about the deadline, and yet they proceeded to do an engine upgrade rather than giving us content that'd probably be better. This hits me in several ways. Vincent did come back. Vincent DeSanti did come back and say, hey, this is out of context. I wish you guys would have reached out. I like Vincent, so I want to make sure that's very clear. He was talking about the deadline for the lawsuit to get his Ghost Jason into the game.
Right.
So it wasn't necessary. He didn't know about the end of content. He didn't know that was a thing.
Right.
But he knew that the lawsuit had to end at a certain time to get an original Jason like his in, if that makes sense. It's still confusing. I'm not going to lie.
Right. And, just seeing on Reddit this quote taken out of context and then everyone just blown up. And then he posts a reply to that thing, downvoted.
Yeah,
Because they want this game to fail in every single way. They don't want anything good to ever come or anything to help gun media or
believes in anything anymore.
Correct.
Nobody just believes in it. And, I agree. Vincent definitely made a poor statement there. Like, he definitely worded that incorrectly.
Yeah.
If he did not mean the lawsuit deadline in terms of content in general, he definitely should have said it differently and clarified. That being said, I think if we're going to completely hate and rage on him, can we at least reach out to him first and get clarification on his statement? Because Vincent's a good guy, and I'm sure Vincent would happily have clarified right away on what he meant by that.
Right.
That didn't happen. Even when he came out and tried to say everything, everyone still is... There's a lot of people still giving him shit and hating on Vincent, who has nothing to do with the game at the end of the day.
Right.
So, I mean, that's a shame. Innocent people getting attacked. I don't know. We saw it even with Victor Miller, who's not... He's like involved in the lawsuit directly, but him getting attacked so directly, especially with the death threats. If you want to... I'm all for sharing opinions. And I'm all for calling out Vincent DeSantis and what he said, if you want to start a conversation. That being said, attacking the way we do in a non-constructive way, really, it's really bad for this community. We're just all acting out of emotion, and it just kind of needs to settle down a bit.
Right, and some people are acting out of the emotion. Then when they're presented with facts that prove they're wrong, or prove a fact, prove something, they will not listen.
Yeah.
They choose not to. They will not listen to any sort of fact that will help them, one, not look stupid, and two, make them feel better. If I was that upset about something and then learned, oh, I'm just wrong, I'm assuming things, I would feel better about myself and the community as a whole, but nobody will listen.
Sometimes the only way to really feel good about something like that is admitting you're wrong.
Right.
And believe me, we've had situations like that all over this fucking channel where we've been wrong about things, and the only thing you can do is admit that you're wrong and move on.
Right.
And that's the better way to do it. And that's just kind of where we're all missing right now. So that being said, I do have an opinion about the engine upgrade. First of all, I think it's pretty obvious that Gun knew a deadline. They had some sort of deadline. Maybe it wasn't contractual. I don't know. But, they know about the lawsuit. They knew about they had to have something. They had to have something presented to them. The thing is, though, we're stuck assuming that because we really don't know. That's what all this shit sucks, because I guarantee you that Gun in some way, shape, or form is locked down legally where they can't say shit.
That's the thing that just boggles my mind. All these people assume to be lawyers.
Yeah.
But you don't understand that there is there's a lawsuit going on right now, if you didn't know. And usually when people are involved in a lawsuit, you can't say anything outside of that courtroom.
Yeah.
So, I mean, even though, Gun Media, Ilphonic, anyone involved with the game, is not directly in that courtroom, they can't say anything. It is a lawsuit, people.
Yeah.
Seriously. Like, anyone who's just like, oh, why didn't they tell us? That a deadline was coming up. They legally can't.
Yeah, the same thing goes like, Gun may not be literally in the lawsuit, but Horror Inc., I'm sure, is on their ass. You do not do anything to piss off your rights holders.
Right.
So, I don't know, man. To me, like I said, even this we're assuming. But it seems pretty clear that they can't say anything. Of course, you know how, good of a feeling would be for the guys at Gun or Ilphonic to sit down and be like, this is actually what the fuck happened. We got screwed over or something. Like, if they probably want to tell the truth.
Exactly. Like, this is what we had planned. This was our deadline. We were this close, this far along, and then this happened or this happened.
Yeah.
But they can't do that.
Yeah.
Like I said, everybody claims they're a lawyer. Everybody thinks they're a lawyer, but they don't understand basics. They don't understand basics of a lawsuit.
Yeah. That being said, should they have moved on with an engine upgrade? If you're going to ask me, no, they shouldn't. I think they were, and at the end of the day, we usually give Ilphonic shit, and I still think Ilphonic's in the wrong in many, many, many of these issues, especially including the horrible bugs you're dealing with right now. A lot of that is on Ilphonic's back. But Gun had the jurisdiction, and they had the say at the end of the day on whether or not we do an engine upgrade. And I think that was a huge, huge mistake.
Right.
while the engine upgrade, I like it. I like the graphics are a little bit better. And I like that it was ultimately it was done for the sole reason, and this is confirmed. This one is not assuming. You had to have an engine upgrade in order to get dedicated servers on consoles. I believe it's 4.16 and above. I think I'm not a game dev, but I'm pretty sure it's 4.16 above in order, because Microsoft and Sony are really picky on that shit. To get dedicated servers on those platforms, you had to have a console or an engine upgrade. PC is a different story.
Right.
So they had to do that. And, when you sit down, and that was truly dedicated servers for consoles are the last thing they truly, truly promised.
Yep.
And they had to find a way to get that out. So, I don't know, man. It's like, as players, would we rather have dedicated servers on consoles? Or would we rather have quite a bit of content that we will never see? That includes Grandaluber Jason, maybe some clothing packs, some kill packs.
You've dealt with, hosts leaving, and that's what the salt mines are for, even though there are talks that it doesn't work currently.
I'm sure it doesn't.
You've been dealing with this for a year. Could you really go another 6 months, 8 months, a year, maybe ever, with having those similar those host issues? But you have the Uber and the Grendel map, maybe whatever the Lazarus experience was supposed to be.
Yeah.
All that kill packs, clothing packs. Like I've even heard it's not too bad on PS4 once you're actually in a game. But I hear hosts leaving and salt mines are not working.
Right. It's one. The game, in my eyes, it probably has to the end of 2018 to keep dedicated servers running anyway.
Right.
So what the fuck is the point of having them if they're just going to go away anyway, and this game is not going to be online at all anymore? If the content was there, people would want to play more. The game would have a larger fan base, and it would be able to continue longer.
Everybody pulls out there's only 600 people playing. That's on PC. There are still, tons of people playing on consoles. I believe Xbox, Friday the 13th the game is still a top seller. And they update that store and that top selling listing every week, multiple times a week. So people are still playing this game. A lot of people are still playing this game. We don't have any trouble finding people on PC. Sometimes the dedicated servers sends us to like South America or Europe, but like we never usually have trouble finding people. So again, would you rather deal with it for another 6-8 months a year?
Possibly forever. It depends on the lawsuit.
Yeah, possibly forever, without dedicated servers. Or would you have rather, gotten all this content, and then while they can't add more content, do the engine upgrade?
Yeah, to me, the engine upgrade is pretty useless at the end of the day. We're going to see dedicated servers for what may last 6 months, maybe longer by some fucking miracle, but my guess is about 6 months we'll have dedicated servers.
They're expensive.
Yeah, they are expensive. They're expensive as shit. And then, really, all this did, knowing who your dev team was, knowing the past of Ilphonic, and I'm not trying to be an asshole to Ilphonic, okay, but the reputation isn't great, all right? They're great guys. They work their fucking asses off. I know that, all right? And I respect the hell of them for that. Does that mean they're great at what they're doing right now in a game that's probably a little bit too big for them? No, it doesn't. They're not doing a great job, as you can see with the most recent patches.
Right. I don't know if you said it on Little Mad or on Slash and Cast, but they were hired to do summer camp. And then when they got the license for F-13, they just weren't ready for Friday the 13th, the game.
Yeah, they were probably great devs for summer camp.
Slasher Volume 1.
Slasher Volume 1 summer camp. They were probably great for that. But F-13 is a whole different story. It's a whole different entity, and they weren't ready.
A whole different fan base.
True. So knowing the like Ilphonic's past, it tosses them into an engine upgrade, which is a shit ton of work. It's unbelievably expensive. I don't know the exact number. I'm not a fucking publisher. I'm not a dev team. But what I can you're looking at probably $500,000, I'd say. A lot of money for an indie team to just toss out for an engine upgrade that's going to prove to be pretty useless here soon.
Yeah.
So all it did was bring a shit ton of bugs because Ilphonic could not exactly, nail it. And I'm sure they probably rushed it because of what happened with the lawsuit. So I'm sure they had to rush through it as fast as possible. And, knowing that, and, what has really come out of it? The only thing to me, other than dedicated servers for consoles, the only improvement I really see, other than some minor graphical changes, is my FPS went through the roof on PC. Xbox One X, that's still Xbox One in general, just kind of still remains not much of a change. But on PC, I went from running 50, 60 frames per second on max settings to about 100, 120 frames per second on max settings. Like, it still fluctuates quite a bit, but not the way it was. And it's a way smoother of a game when it's working. Now it's just a fucking mess. And now the content we could have gotten, I mean, there was a 6-month process to get the engine upgrade, 5 to 6 month process. How much content could have been done in that time?
Right. It's very possible we could have got, Uber Jason and Grendel in February.
Yeah.
March. April, May. We still probably would have got Uber and Grendel, in July, Friday the 13th. It's the last one for 8 months, or no, it's a year and a half.
Yeah.
It's a year and a half. So I imagine they would want to take that milestone and run with Uber and Grendel. Again, we have no idea. More kill packs. I mean, it's public knowledge. You can see on the Steam database there are DLCs, a lot of DLCs unnamed. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you can imagine those are kill packs, clothing packs, and there's a lot of them.
Not to mention the amount of file leaks there have been for kill packs for a new weapon. Yeah. There was a shit ton of stuff that could have happened. Yeah. Not to mention the freak amount of mocap that we have not seen that could have made it.
Yep.
There's more single player challenges, that Lazarus experience. I mean, just a bunch of stuff that I think would be way better as a community for us fans than the engine upgrade.
Yep.
I think all of us, like people that play on console, I think we could all sit down and mutually agree that we'd prefer content over dedicated servers.
I mean, let us know in the comments if your opinion on that.
Yeah, I mean, we have it on console, we played on console, and yeah, the host shit's annoying, no doubt about it. I'm with you. But like, for the best to actually sit down and play console all the time. Like, what would you actually prefer? I just feel like, I don't know, man. I just feel like we already deal with it in the first place. Why would you want content to at least go with it? And we don't even know when dedicated servers are coming. We can expect that they're soon, maybe this month, maybe next month. But I don't know. It just seems like a lot of the shitstorm we've got into, a lot of it kind of comes back to the engine upgrade. Maybe if we would have just avoided that, we'd be in a better place.
Right. We went without an update for 5 months.
Yeah.
And the result was nothing.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, nothing. And like we said, I believe on Slashcast, we feel like the whole update just took a step back.
Yeah.
Parties on PC is completely broken. And I've said this before, like people saying, oh, the game's just not fun. Well, a lot of people play with friends to make it fun. And you can't even do that anymore.
Yeah.
Parties, it took us 40 minutes one time.
Well, last time we streamed, which is an hour and a half we spent on F13 alone until we had to give up, did not get a single game together.
Yep.
Not a single fucking one. It was like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, what do you want me to do?
Right. You play this game, you have fun with friends, and you can't even play with your friends.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't. I mean, if you want to, because the engine upgrade patch alone came with a shit ton of stuff. I mean, it came with single player challenges,
right.
But all that was stuff that could have been in the game probably without the engine upgrade.
Could have got that in February.
Yeah, and I mean, does Grendel is a step up, probably, developmental wise. Do you really need an engine upgrade for that to run smoothly on things like Xbox One?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
Those are things I don't have any confirmation over at all. But I mean, I would think, based on what we've seen in other games that have run smoothly on Xbox One, I would say no. I would say you probably don't. But I don't know.
I'm not a developer. I'm not a lawyer.
I'm not a lawyer. There's two things we need to keep in mind in this community. We're not developers and we're not lawyers. It's just not our place to say. That's just kind of how it is at the end of the day. I don't think the only other thing we plan on addressing, which I'll do shortly, was an email that came from Victor Miller. Somebody sent him an email and said they got a response from him. I will say 50-50 shot this email response is fake. First of all, they blocked off the email. And all he really said was, no matter who wins, once the lawsuit's over, the game will continue its development, yada, yada. But the thing is, with that email, one, Victor Miller may be in this lawsuit, but what the fuck does he know about the game? How does he know gun?
Right.
I don't think Victor would be willing to make that statement out of a complete random assumption just to cheer somebody up.
Right. And 2, you're involved in a lawsuit. You can't say that.
Yeah, he can't.
There's no fucking way, unless he is getting fucked over in the legal system because he said that.
I don't know. I don't. It seems like a fake statement to me.
Seems like a fake person because Victor Miller's email is public. It's on his website. It's on his Twitter.
Right, and they blocked off his email. Yeah, and then like to be fair, I mean, I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it's real, maybe it's not. Either way, I wouldn't take it. Like, don't hold that to your heart. Like, oh, content's coming back, because it's just he doesn't know. Like, he doesn't. Even if it was real, he doesn't know. And not to mention, like, I can make that email in probably 20 seconds. It would not take long. So I don't know. Other people have claimed they got responses from him. I don't know. I don't know why he would. If I was him, I wouldn't respond to a single email. It's not worth it, especially legally. It's not worth it for him.
Didn't respond to us.
Yeah, and we sent him a few, and they weren't all asshole emails. All right, like I said out, like, legitimately, I'd like to hear your side of the story. Would you be willing to come on a Slashcast? I sent him like 2 or 3 of those emails, and then I sent him apologetic email for any issues that there were that came from us. Things like that, like. And none of them got responses. And once again, I don't blame him.
Right, we didn't expect one.
Don't expect a response from him. Well, the thing is, legally, I don't see why he would. So could. Yeah, that's why. That's one of the reasons I say that. That's all I really got to say about that email. Real, fake, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't really change the situation of the game. That's just kind of where it's at. Yeah. I think that kind of wraps up our main discussion. There's nothing really else to say. The game's just in a bad spot, and I'm sorry this came off as a really ranty and douchey video. That's not what we're trying to do, and nor do we want any issues with anybody in the community, because that's not what it is. Like, there's nothing more that I want in this community than just a fucking happy one. People that stick together,
right,
and fight things. But we're just all so upset.
And we were going to make this video tonight to come out tomorrow.
Yeah,
but instead we're doing it now to come out later today.
Yeah, all the Uber Jason stuff just
blew up.
Yeah, when you see people like Screen Rant and stuff post about it, then it becomes a lot more serious. Right. And then it's like, damn, maybe we need to clarify this, especially because the statements that came from Gunn and Wes. So, yeah, I hope that clarifies things. Let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Man, it all still just sucks. It hurts. And then, a lot of people saying, seeing the Grendel map, it hurts a lot.
Right.
I was hurt a month ago. I saw that shit a month ago, like right after the announcement. So, like I said, that video's been around for a while. But yeah, it does hurt. I would love to play that map. It looks incredible.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be something we talk about more in the future. Maybe I'm a little mad we go over that video, because now who the fuck cares, right? Leaks are leaks.
Right.
It's okay to leak things that you'll never have.
Right, as long as we don't claim that it's official.
Yeah, because it's a real thing. It's a real leak, but it did not come from Gunn. Right. It was not posted by Gunn. Right. I think that's the issue that really upsets me. Like, don't claim that.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's everything we need to say. If you enjoyed, as always, make sure to drop a like, subscribe for notifications on, so you don't miss me in the future. This is the first video you saw. Sorry. Hope it didn't upset you too much. But yeah, with that, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. And editor, roll that out.